What is good, everybody? It is time for another Fair Shake review, and this time we're going to be talking about Drake's Honestly, Nevermind. This is another little surprise release from Drake as an album. It is not only a surprise drop, but also a surprise change in style a bit. And I know it has been polarizing for some. But yeah, this does start off with an intro that is kind of very ambient with the sax solo. But I do find that it was a strange intro to do since it does not smoothly transition into the next track at all. Falling Back, the single, is quite a groovy track. Where Drake kind of just describes a situation where he's basically become the rebound option for this girl that he kind of wishes he could be more for. And the verse here definitely sounds like it's kind of freestyled together, not written down, just kind of like, yeah, this sounds like it would sound good here. And so yeah, got that. Then it goes into Text Go Green, where he's talking more about a relationship where he cut it off due to being kind of toxic to him, but she's obviously still trying to come back to him. Then it goes into Currents, where it sounds like he's kind of testing the boundaries in a new relationship, and this one I did kind of enjoy. Then we got A Keeper, where it's a strong message to an ex that he's kind of moved on since he never offered anything productive to in the relationship, and basically how she's not a keeper. Then Calling My Name is another quick joint where he's just kind of detailing his addiction to sex with this ex that he has. Sticky kind of changes things up a little bit. It's just the bass is kind of on that Jersey club pattern, but it is a little bit more rappy. And Drake actually just kind of raps on many different topics, including things that have led him to be cautious because things can get sticky situations. Yeah, goes into Massive, which is an upbeat kind of house track, where he just kind of wants to fight for a relationship, but that kind of leads oh yeah. It's a track where he's wanting to fight for a relationship, but the line, I just had trouble reading my notes, but there's a line that kind of leads into the chorus breakdown that really confuses me thematically, because I don't get how it ties together at all. That line being, I know my funeral gonna be lit because of how I treated people. Very confused at why that line is there in tandem with everything else that is said during the verses / chorus, but I really love the beat, and I can really kind of get past that. I like it enough to not let that line bother me. Then we get to Flights Booked, where it's just kind of words from a Drake who is having a longer distance relationship. Then Overdrive comes in, where Drake is kind of pleading to keep the relationship going through this rough patch that they're having. Then we get to Downhill, where he's kind of plainly stating that the relationship should have ended because the connection has already been severed. Things are just going downhill. So there's that. Didn't quite enjoy that one. Then it goes into Ties That Bind, where it's just kind of wishing for the ecstasy of their love to never end, and it has some really beautiful guitar solos throughout that I quite enjoyed. Then we get to Liability, where he's kind of calling out a lover for the wrongs that she committed, although he still can't let her go. And the pitch down vocals on this kind of make it tough for me to listen, so I don't anymore. And then it goes into the final track, Jimmy Cooks with 21 Savage, which is definitely another huge switch up in the album. Like even much more so than Sticky, where it kind of even sounds out of place, and there's even a beat switch up that makes it even less like the rest of the project. But here we get some more braggadocio and tough talk from both Drake and 21 Savage, but this time it's their collaboration here. It's just kind of meh. Yeah, overall, I feel like the majority of the project is some mid-tier generic dance music. Some of it is kind of worth returning to, but it's definitely low effort when it comes to Drake's lyrics here, and it definitely has its drawbacks. The production, like mentioned before, is the highlight, especially if you kind of dig the house / Afrobeat inspired kind of sounds. The melodies though can be hit or miss, and it's basically something that's like a lot of Drake music lately is something that's pretty easy to just kind of put on the background, and just kind of, you know, have on the playlist and just let it play, not to just kind of like focus on it predominantly or prominently. It's something to just kind of have going in the background. You not to focus on it and just let the beats and the way the words sound, you know, lead the way, not the actual words, you know, affecting you. But yeah, there's nothing here that really makes me want to search it up immediately, but I did end up getting a couple of songs that I wouldn't mind popping up on the playlist from time to time, so I did end up adding 6 out of the 14, which is better than some of the other projects that I've listened to recently. But it is still less than half of the album. And I did think that even though there's a lot of people who hate this album, I don't necessarily hate it. I just think, once again, Drake is not utilizing his talent fully. He is definitely taking it very easy and phoning in a lot of his material. So yeah, but that's just my thoughts. Tell me what you think down below. If you actually enjoyed it more than me, or if you have some thoughts that you agree with me on, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we'd love to read it. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, you know you got that like button, that subscribe button that you can click, and then the Patreon link is in the description box as well. If you're watching on the blog, don't forget, you just type in patreon.com/splitmaster5 to support me, and then you put in Muddy Cold Miko to support the leader of the blog. And I would greatly appreciate the support so we can continue to bring this wonderful content to you all. But that is going to be it for now. Until next time, much love, peace.